Bo Nix is one of the top names currently in the transfer portal. For those longtime viewers of my channel, you know that Bo Nix is my favorite player to ever step foot on the football field, and I think he's the greatest quarterback in the country. So we're officially on Bo Nix watch here. From the latest reports I've seen, there's growing speculation that the legend himself will end up playing for another legend in 2022. Yep, that's right. Lane Kiffin. Before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to the channel. If you love college football, then this is definitely the place for you. You guys have been absolutely killing it over the last few weeks. At the start of December, about 90% of my viewers weren't subscribed to my channel. Now, fast forward a few weeks, and we're down to 80%. So for all of those new viewers who have hit that subscribe button, I really do appreciate you guys. Also, if you guys could give this video a thumbs up, it would really help the algorithm, and share the video with more college football fans. If this video reaches 1,000 likes, Bo Nix will be your 2022 Heisman Trophy winner. So, if you want to see the legend himself win the Heisman Trophy next year, make sure to give this video a quick thumbs up. So, Bo Nix was recently a guest on Next Round Live, a show that he appears on weekly. He discussed a lot of things on the show. First off, one of the questions he was asked was whether or not there's a chance he'll end up back at Auburn next season. We've seen players enter the transfer portal, but ultimately end up back at their school a number of times. But Bo said that his time was officially done at Auburn. He said that he wouldn't have entered the transfer portal if there was any chance of him going back to Auburn. When asked about coaches he's spoken to, one of only two names that he mentioned was Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin. And here's what he had to say about their exchange.
I have not spoken on the phone with Coach Kiffin. I've texted him, but it's not been, they're in the middle of Sugar Bowl practice. So he's pretty busy himself. Right. So he's obviously trying on his end, but he's trying to win a game too, and give Matt Corral his best chance to finish out his season. And those guys, they're trying to get to 11 wins themselves. So I've spoken to, like I said, a bunch of different coaches on the phone or text message, whichever one that is, and he's obviously not the only one. I believe that I'm in a situation that teams need a quarterback. I would like to believe that I could be that guy for them, so I'd hope a lot of people in their situation would reach out.
Obviously, he couldn't go into much detail, but there's clearly interest between both parties. Bo Nix already has a strong familiarity between other SEC West teams, which would certainly be a benefit. Ole Miss also needs a quarterback after they're about to lose Matt Corral to the NFL draft. I personally thought that the Rebels were going to sign Dillon Gabriel, the former UCF quarterback, but he opted to transfer to UCLA instead. Another coach that he mentioned by name was his former head coach and current UCF coach, Gus Malzahn.
Coach Malzahn and I talked before I even got in the transfer portal, and then he called me afterwards saying that he was kind of shocked, but he understood and I mean, guys, like I've talked to a lot of different coaches, and
we've got 128 more, Bo.
A lot of outlets are open, and Coach Malzahn and I had success. So I think that UCF in the position they're in with their quarterback leaving, why wouldn't they reach out and stuff like that? So, I mean, there's a lot of speculations and a lot of rumors, but I do believe that I had it set up at Auburn, and I had a great situation there. So I'm trying to leave I wouldn't go down necessarily, and I wouldn't trade what I had at Auburn for anything else. That's not saying UCF. I think UCF is a quarterback away from going undefeated in their league and having a great season. And I also think that there's other chances to go somewhere else and have great situations.
Personally, I don't know if Bo Nix would stay in the SEC, especially staying in the SEC West. It wouldn't make as much sense to leave Auburn when you'd still essentially be playing the same exact teams, unless he just really wanted to be in a new system and to see how he'd do going somewhere else. Here's what he had to say about potentially staying in the SEC.
I've thought about maybe staying in the SEC, leaving the SEC. It's an important decision, but obviously be tough to play Auburn again, just because of how much love I have for Auburn and the pressure and the kind of emotional roller coaster that would take me down, but it wouldn't necessarily scare me from going to another school. The SEC West is a tough league, and it's the toughest in college football, I believe. And so I've played in it for 3 years, and so now I got a chance to sit back and evaluate, do I want to do that again? Do I want to put myself through that and go and just give it all I got again and just wear myself out? Or do I want to take a step back and go somewhere else? And so it's definitely two options that I've been considering and I'm still considering.
Once Matt Corral takes his final snaps in the Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss is likely going to be turning to Luke Altmaier or Kinkeith Dent as their quarterback one for the 2023 season, unless they land a transfer quarterback. Altmaier will be a redshirt freshman next season and is a former 4-star quarterback prospect out of Starkville. He was obviously recruited to be the Rebels quarterback of the future, but there's certainly some uncertainty as to who's going to be the quarterback next fall. He played in 4 games this year as a true freshman, only completing 5 of 9 passes for 18 yards. As I mentioned, I thought Ole Miss was likely going to land Dylan Gabriel, who visited Ole Miss a couple weeks ago. But many people thought that once they lost offensive coordinator Jeff Lebby to Oklahoma, that Gabriel wouldn't be coming to Ole Miss. And it turns out it might have played a huge role as Gabriel ended up at UCLA. Last weekend, Ole Miss brought in Incarnate Word quarterback Cameron Ward. He said that he hopes to have a decision and be enrolled in school somewhere in January. As of right now, according to reports, the Rebels are his only offer. He won the Jerry Rice Award given to the top freshman in the FCS during the 2021 spring season. Then, this fall, he led all FCS passers with 47 touchdowns to go along with 4,700 yards. So he definitely would be a good fit for Ole Miss. But the question is, would they want to bring in an FCS quarterback to give the keys to next season? Overall, your guess is as good as mine as to where Bo Nix will end up. I did mention in my other video that he has sort of a unique transfer portal experience, and personally, I didn't know this was a thing until I learned it from Bo Nix. He's made it where other teams in the country can't contact him. Only he can contact the teams that he's interested in. And he said he's already been in touch with a number of coaches. The two schools that make the most sense appear to be Ole Miss and UCF. I think there's a better chance of him going to UCF to reunite with Gus Malzahn, but it's just really tough to see Bo Nix going from a Power 5 school to a Group of 5 school. But then again, if he doesn't care about that, then UCF obviously makes the most sense. Ole Miss would certainly be awesome, as it would be freaking great to see him with Lane Kiffin. I certainly think he could have a solid season in that offense, but we'll just have to wait and see. Bo Nix said that he'll be making his decision before the winter semester begins, so it'll be sometime in the coming weeks. So where do you guys think Bo Nix is going to end up? Do you think he'll join his former head coach at UCF? Do you think he'll end up on the Lane train at Ole Miss? Or do you think he'll end up at a different school that I didn't mention in this video? Wherever you think he's going to go, drop a comment down below and share with me your thoughts. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to the channel. If you love college football, this is definitely the place for you. Also remember, if this video gets 1,000 likes, Bo Nix is going to win the Heisman Trophy in 2022. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up before you go. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.